everyone, and welcome back to DaVinci Guitar. I'm Abigail, this is Jim, and we're so excited to have you all with us for a very special lesson topic, the dominant inversions. So we want to learn how exactly we can play the dominant chord in the two root positions and the first and second inversion. I'm sure you all have seen that traditional number 7 we see after some chords, and that's actually a dominant chord. What exactly is a dominant chord? Well, before we get into the various forms demonstrated by Jim and I, let's go ahead and look at it from a theoretical basis. A dominant chord means that you're taking a root, a third, and a fifth note, just like a major chord, right? But you're adding in a fourth note this time, and that fourth note is the seventh note out of the scale, but it's flatted, so it's lowered a half step. That may not make so much sense, so let's look at it in context of the key of A, as we have been. So in the key of A, we know that an A major chord is an A, the root, a C sharp, the third, an E, the fifth, and then it should be a G sharp as the seventh, but again, I said a dominant chord means you flat the seventh, so it becomes a G. So an A dominant chord is just made up of A, C sharp, B, and G. That's all it is. Not too hard, right? Now, I think with that knowledge, you guys are ready to learn how exactly we play it in the two roots and two inversion forms. So let's go ahead and look at that. For the dominant root in that first root that we have that leads to third inversion, we're going to go ahead and play it like this. Again, Jim and I are going to demonstrate it's just flattening that seventh. There's a G note now. Perfect. Now, let's go ahead and go up to that second root that we have, that second root, and how exactly would we do this with a G note? Not a G sharp, right? Flat seventh, right here, just like this form. Perfect. Now, what if we want to go ahead and make a first inversion A dominant chord? What we need to do is we need to go to that third note, just like usual, right? First inversion means you take the third note out of the scale and make it your new root. So we go to that C sharp note, and this time we're going to use this form to add that G note in. So you have an A, a C sharp, an E, and a G. And that's an A dominant chord in first inversion. Now, what if you need it in second inversion? Well, for second inversion, we go ahead and go up to that fifth note out of the scale, right? Make that our new root. As Jim and I are going to demonstrate, the form for it would be right here because you're now working with that E note and the G again there. So that is a dominant chord and the various forms you have for it in the two roots and the first and second inversion. Go ahead and use that in your music. I'll turn it over to Jim now, who's going to give you all another helpful exercise and demonstration.
Thanks, Abigail. Well, today we're going to do the dominant, as Abigail said. And what I'm just going to explain is that what you do, some people don't understand that the dominant actually comes from the first form. So you see, here's the A, and what I'm doing is I'm flatting the seventh. So what we're doing is we're going from A to A7 in third inversion. Then we're going to the root A, okay? And then we're going to make that dominant. And there's the dominant sound. We're going to go to the next chord, first inversion, that's where it comes from. It comes from this chord. But this is a little tricky because we got to turn our hand around and then play the dominant. And it's a beautiful sound. The next chord is also second position. And what we're going to do is we're going to flat the third, and that makes the dominant. So once again, you want to practice the chords up the board, but what do we want to do? We always want to stay on the root and make sure that we can play all the dominants. So the root, I'm going to play the root chord to dominant. Let's do that again. Root to dominant. Now we're going to go root to dominant. Root to dominant. Now I'm going to go to first inversion to dominant. First inversion to dominant. Now I'm going to go second inversion to dominant. second inversion to dominant. And there's your dominant seventh chords.
Fantastic. Well, that is the dominant chord, and now you all have it in the both root forms and also the first and second inversion. That's pretty fantastic. We hope that you all are able to implement this in your playing as you, the sophisticated guitarist, the Renaissance guitarist, are able to rise to that new level we want you to reach here at DaVinci Guitar. Thanks for watching. Let us know if you have any questions down below. We'd be happy to respond to all of you. Thank you for watching DaVinci Guitar.